What's up, guys? Welcome to 2Bros2Perspective podcast. I'm JJ.
What's up, everybody? You know who it
shit.
is.
Trying to open up my energy drink.
Damn, ruined the intro, bro.
It's all right.
We keep it live.
All right, so we're back. Missed last week. Steven had some baseball stuff going on. I guess it's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year. We was out of
Baseball
town.
and stuff. How did that go?
It went good, man. They made it to the championship.
Yeah.
Then they fucking had a meltdown and lost. But
Damn.
good weekend. 4
Yeah.
wins, 1 loss.
Uh-huh.
So not too bad. Stevie did his thing.
Okay.
You know, had a pretty good first tournament of the season, so can't
Mhm.
complain about that.
Good.
So good old Franklin, Texas, man.
Franklin, where's Franklin, Texas?
Man, it's I guess shit, man. I've never been good with the east, west, north, south
Yeah.
type shit, but it's I would assume going south because you started seeing more small Mexican cities like Mahia.
Is that south or is it west?
Man, I don't fucking know. West, south. I just know there's more Mexican restaurants and more Spanish type
Mahia and
towns.
stuff. I don't know. Like you said, I'm not.
I think it's west.
I think it's West Texas.
I think so, but the one shit out there, but big ass. I mean, the flies were crazy. I mean,
So to all the visitors from other countries, if they would go to Mahia, what would they go?
you don't know what Mahia is famous for?
For the Prada store, right?
Prada.
There's a little Prada store over there.
Oh, I don't know.
Like a mini. It's not even open. It's just a storefront. And something like that.
Not for that's where Anna Nicole Smith was born.
Oh, and the Coast.
Yeah, I found that out. I found that out while I was out. I don't even remember who told me that, but supposedly that's where she's from.
Yeah,
If you don't know, look it up. She married like a 9-year-old. Was he an oil tycoon, right?
something like that. Yeah.
And she married him because she loved him.
Yeah. So
90 years old. She was like 19, big boobs, big butt, playboy, but
yeah.
it was all for the love. So, but that's it, man. Wasn't nothing down there. Shit, we had to drive 20 minutes just to get to a restaurant. I think all they had was like a Chicken Express and a Pizza Hut. That was about it. Small little town, but they got a pretty badass little baseball complex.
Okay.
So not too bad. But yeah, that's where we're at. Successful weekend. We was out there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this week we're off, and then we play the next 2 weekends in a row. So
Oh shit. Okay.
we'll see how the schedule goes.
Yeah.
If time allows, I'll be here. So.
Okay.
Other than that, what you up to, man?
We went to San Francisco.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, with San Fran, it was good. A lot of eating, a lot of walking. I think me and Cynthia have been there like when we first got married. We went out there with a coworker of mine. He was getting his dental license.
Okay.
And he needed a patient to work on, and he paid Cynthia like $400 to fill one of her cavities or something. But it was more like a work trip, and
it had to be done in San Francisco
because that's where the dental board is at.
Okay.
Because we were in Oxnard, but he paid us to drive to San Francisco. We paid the night or whatever.
Okay, I'm thinking from here.
No.
Okay, makes sense.
And so we were out there, and we didn't do much. I think we were young and broke, so we didn't have we were just happy to get that extra money.
Now y'all old and balling.
And so we walked around and stuff, but back then there was no YouTube, not much internet.
Yeah.
It was what 19. No, when did we get married?
No,
2000.
no YouTube. Damn.
There might have been YouTube,
What
but
was life without YouTube?
we probably didn't know about it. There was no what can we do in San Francisco and type it in there,
Or the
Google.
cell phones we had probably weren't capable.
We didn't even have a cell phone.
It probably
back
was
then.
only on the computer then.
Yeah. So we didn't really know what to do out there. So I think we went into Golden Gate Bridge and that kind of stuff, but it was just like one night and came back.
Is there much to do out there?
There's a lot to do out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no beaches because it's a port town, I think.
Okay.
So we went to Alcatraz, we went to Chinatown, Japantown, we went to of course the bridge, Golden Gate Bridge. We stayed in Oakland, which is a Bay Bridge.
It's the hood, right?
It is a hood, but it's where we stayed. It's like getting gentrified.
Okay.
It was where we stayed. It's kind of like
Bishop Arts area.
No, it's like West Dallas it's still industrial. I think there was like a train repair place right there, so it was a lot of industrial area.
Okay.
It is kind of hood because I walked to the liquor store to get an energy drink or something and a snack. I think it opened at 7 in the morning, and there was some fools outside already waiting to get some Hennessy and shit. So, but it was.
So were they hood because they were there at 7 in the morning, or were they hood because they was getting Hennessy?
Both.
Okay,
it was both. It was that type of.
Did y'all eat any rice-a-roni?
No rice-a-ronis, but we went to we went to Chinatown, and I was like, I want to get some Chinese food. and we stopped some spot. It was kind of fancy, but the wait was long. But we ended up going around the corner and found a cool little spot. And find out it was like a famous place.
Okay.
They had
Well,
like
famous for what? Food,
the
been in the
cook.
movies.
The cook there is
Okay.
like some famous
Five
cook,
star type
but
shit.
not like a Michelin type of guy. It's just his flavors or
Okay.
whatever. And it was like a little hole in the wall spot. You had to sit outside, and then we saw pictures like Keanu Reeves been there, and I don't know who else been there.
Chinese, you said? Or
Yeah,
Japanese?
Chinese.
Okay. Cool, cool.
So we ate there, walked around a little bit, and then we went to Japantown, where it's like a mall place and shopping and stuff like that, Pokemon and stuff like that. So it was cool, it was fun, and then Alcatraz was really nice, little history lesson and stuff like that. So
So on the island, right?
on the island, you take
Yeah.
a little ferry going out there,
Okay.
and I don't remember everything. I did kind of look it up, but I'm not good at research type of stuff. But they tell you tour and everything. And after Alcatraz closed the jail, the American Indians took it back. I guess it was theirs before, and they took
American
it back.
Indians?
Yeah, the American Indians. I guess there's a big Indian population out there in that area,
Okay. Didn't
and
know that.
would it was some kind of protest. Like I said, they did the tour there, and they told us, but I forgot, and I did. It was pretty
Man,
cool.
that's something you never hear about.
No, you don't. And they took it over for I don't know how long, and
Fucking Indians.
it was it was pretty much where they were just making the point, right?
This is
That
ours.
this is ours, and somebody said, "Well, what are you gonna do in Alcatraz? There's nothing out there." He's like, "Well,
And it was a prison.
yeah,
They took over the okay.
but it was closed down already,
Okay. Damn, so
and
that was not too long ago.
60s."
Okay.
So then one of the guys was like, well, it's the same as what y'all give us now. Because somebody told him, well, there's no running water, there's no
Yeah.
self-sufficient electricity. He's like, well, the reservations y'all give us, it's the same thing, So it was just mainly a point. They put a TP on the island, and then they said that, when people come from other areas through the port, that they could see this is Indian land or native land or whatever. But it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool story.
Nobody can be illegal on stolen land.
That wasn't their point
I know,
back then, but
I know.
it
I
was
get the point,
yeah.
but come on, man.
So
You know what I mean? We're not gonna build a fucking Adobe house out here and say it used to be
no, I
Mexican.
mean it's just
I know.
it's more to it, and maybe I'm not explaining the other way, but it was a
No, I
pretty
mean it's
nice
cool to know.
little
Like I said, you never
history
hear about,
lesson.
never heard
Yeah,
about that. I've
yeah,
heard
and
about
I wouldn't have
Alcatraz.
known. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So that's
all you
pretty
hear
cool.
about is the gangsters that were
Shout,
there,
shout out to the Indians, man.
and but yeah, it was a good time. We saw Chris out there.
That's cool.
He took his dog.
Took
Um,
his dog.
because it was gonna be expensive to leave her somewhere, and I think she got beat up at one of the kennels or something. They
What
stayed
kind of
out.
dog is it?
It was cool because it's a Shih Tzu, not a Shih Tzu. It's a I don't know, I forget the name of it, but it comes from China. So we were in Chinatown, and it was pretty funny that
Probably wanted to cook his ass up.
and so it was cool.
So you brought it up. We can get back to, but dogs, okay. Dogs in a restaurant, dogs in the grocery store, dogs in. For me, it's nasty.
A restaurant, yeah.
Keep your fucking dog. Even the grocery store. I mean, you got foods that fruits and vegetables that the hairs can come off. I see them on the fucking putting them in the baskets. Like
hmm
this is where the food goes. You
I
know.
guess it depends on where you're at and the kind of dog it is. I know people bring dogs in the store. I don't mind as long as they don't piss in there, or anything like that.
So how do you know they're not? I mean,
I mean,
you know what I
our
mean?
store's small, so I said, look, just come
No,
in.
I mean your store's small. I mean,
I said, just come in and out, right?
yeah,
Some areas like California are very dog friendly,
yeah.
right? So where we ate, he didn't take the dog with us to go
And
eat.
I'm not bringing it up to Chris. I'm just saying it made me think of something
Uh-huh.
that the other day me and Ma were talking about because we were at a restaurant and the lady comes in with just a big old ass dog.
See, I don't like inside a restaurant. Like my mother-in-law's place, I think somebody went in with the dog, and I told them like, yeah, I don't want a dog in
No,
here.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was hot outside. You could tell dog.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And just even at that, like, man, why do you have to have your dog at the grocery store? Why do you have to have your dog at the restaurant? Like, leave the motherfucker at home. You
I
know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
I don't know the reason.
That's just me
Yeah.
personally. You know, like I was grossed out. I didn't want to eat there no more. I was like, don't start. And I'm like, it's a turnoff. What I mean,
Yeah, I see that point.
the only good thing was they had patio seating. She went outside after she ordered, but I don't know. Just
Well, like us, when we went to go eat, we went the first day he had the dog. We went to a bagel place for sandwiches, and we were going to the park.
Hmm.
The dog stayed outside when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
ordered, right?
that's cool.
So, and then we went to the park to eat. We didn't like, but places like that, there are outside seating,
Yeah, 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 yeah. And in that case, then order outside too. You know, it's just
or leave the
I
dog
guess
outside.
everybody's like, damn, Steven's just an asshole. He hates the Mexicans, he hates the Indians, he hates the animals. You know what I mean? It's not that I love dogs. Dogs are my favorite, but it's just there's a place. You know what I mean? I mean, like, come on, you walking around Walmart with your dog, like, why the dog
To
couldn't?
me, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I
Like
just
it's
they
not
shed.
in a restaurant, yes, but the stores, Walmart, whatever, like as
So
long as they ain't fucking with me, I don't
if you
care.
got some food and you got a hair in it, it would gross you out, right? What about a dog hair? We would
That's what
just,
I mean in the restaurant, yeah.
but
But at a grocery store, I mean, as long as
yeah,
they're not
fruits, vegetables. You
smelling
got
me or
open
nothing.
open food. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I just think people. I don't get it, and this is not a shot. This is just my opinion. My perspective is I love dogs, but I've never treated a dog like a human. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And maybe it's just me. Maybe, like you're attached to your dogs. You've had them for years. I never had a dog for 10, 15, 20 years. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I don't get the people treating dogs like they're humans or like they're their kids. You know
To
what
an
I mean?
extent, we've never like the dogs don't sleep in my bed. You know, I don't really like them on the couch. They go outside. You know, when
Yeah,
we're
see
not
that
here.
that's how you supposed to treat a dog.
But if I had like an expensive dog, you know, if I paid a couple grand for a dog, yeah, that dog's coming with me everywhere I go. That dog ain't staying outside and digging under the fence to get out, you know,
No, yeah, yeah. If
or
you buy an expensive dog like that,
and I've always said I want to get an old man dog, right? If I get an old man dog once the kids are out or whatever, then maybe that dog's gonna jump in the car. Me, we're gonna go take a ride, or maybe there will be a point where I'm like, hey, but I would ask, can my dog come in, right? Is this a dog friendly place? But I would look for dog friendly places,
yeah,
right? Um,
exactly. And that makes sense.
but maybe some grocery stores are dog friendly, so it's not
I don't really think
them.
they are dog friendly.
Then they would kick them out.
Like Walmart's never advertised to be dog friendly, but you can't kick them out because then you're gonna be blasted all over fucking social media. And
If that's the rules,
they
then what's
want
the
to,
point?
but it doesn't matter. Rules are rules. People are fucking crazy, and then you got
Mhm.
other dog lovers, and then the next thing you know, they got fucking PETA fucking
Yeah.
protesting just because you asked somebody nicely. Can
Well, I
you
think if
move
it's
your
the rules,
dog?
it's the rules. But at the same time, this is me and you. The difference, the perspectives. It don't bother me.
Yeah.
For some reason, things like this bother you. Like Myra
Mm,
said, like you said, she told you don't start.
yeah. But
It's
it
like,
bothered her too. She didn't want to eat there, but she,
but it's just like, but you make it known, and
yeah.
it makes it where it ruins the mood or whatever. Like if I'm in a restaurant,
Well,
yeah.
it ruined my mood,
If
so
I'm in
why
a
do I care about
restaurant,
ruining their
if I'm in a
mood?
restaurant, yeah, okay. I don't want to eat here because the dog's
Well, that's where
at
we were
next
at
table,
that day.
right?
We're at a restaurant.
But you go to Walmart, if there's a dog, as long as it ain't sniffing me or licking me, I don't care.
Well, I'm not gonna walk out. I'm just for me. I'm like the fuck.
But
What?
it's about to the point where
Yeah,
you can see it in your
like
face.
leave it in the
You
fucking
can see
cart
it in
with
your
the
face.
window open.
You
You know what
can't
I
do
mean?
that.
Why?
Same thing with a baby. You can't leave a
Yeah,
baby in the
but it's not
cart
a
with the
baby.
cover.
It's a fucking
It's
dog.
still human that
Nah.
breathes and everything.
A cop can walk by a car and see a dog with the windows cracking. They're not gonna fucking arrest you.
I
So it's not the
I don't
same.
know if they'll arrest you or not,
They
but I
won't.
think
It's not the same.
I don't know.
I know it's not the same.
I don't
There's
know.
no laws against leaving your dog. That's what they say. If your dog's in the car, look right out the window with a baby. They said don't leave it in there. Period. But
But
yeah, it just bothers me because it's like, fucking goddamn, you can't be 30 minutes without your fucking dog.
some
You know
people
what I mean?
can't.
Like,
Some people
and that's the
can't.
problem.
And no, not really, because the thing you never know what happened. Like the thing with Chris, partly is the
And this
dog.
has nothing to do with you, Chris.
Well, I'm just saying,
It
leaving.
just
I'm
brought
just an
something up.
example of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
The problem with Chris is their dog got attacked in a kennel. Right? He left them there. He left the dog there. It's. I think it was given to him as a family. The family couldn't have it in Las Vegas because it's a big dog and it gets overheated. So they gave it to Chris and his girlfriend, and it got tacked in a kennel, right? And some people do see their dogs more than just dogs, and I think they do, right?
Yeah.
So that was something that not traumatizing, but they're like, fuck that. We're not, if we don't have to leave her in a kennel, we're not going to, right? And then they went to somewhere in California, Joshua Tree. It's like wooded desert kind of area. I don't know if it's wooded desert, but a desert area.
What is it?
And they went to go eat a dinner. They were having a nice time, and they get back, and she's not in the Airbnb anymore. Either she got out, got scared, and got out,
That was
or
this week.
no, this was a few
Okay,
months
okay.
ago. Either she got out by herself, or somebody tried to break in, and the dog got out. And like I said, they do see that dog more as a dog. That's
Yeah.
their baby kind of thing. And they were going crazy. Even Cynthia sees that dog. Who knows if we're ever gonna get grandkids? But she buys the dog
Yeah, I
a
think you brought
collar
that up.
every holiday. That dog gets a new collar from
Yeah,
Cynthia, and we send Chris a little something too. And so for that reason, they don't want to leave the dog behind, right? They lost the dog for 2 days, and Chris was stressing out. Of course, his girlfriend was stressing out because that's their dog. They come home, and here's the difference, right? For us too, I'm not really attached to these two, maybe Bruno, but not the little dog. But you come home and your dog's there, right? That's the normal thing. You come home and it's not there anymore. It's a big difference for a dog owner and a dog lover, I would say, right?
yeah,
Or somebody like Chris that's like their baby right now,
yeah,
right? I don't think it sleeps in the bed and all those things, but she's there and she's when Chris playing video games, she's right there watching.
yeah.
They go for a couple walks a day or whatever. So it's when you have a dog that you're attached to, then it's a big deal, right? So I can see why people you say, why can't you just leave for 30 minutes? Well, maybe something happened like with Chris. Like, I'm not leaving my dog somewhere that she doesn't know or in the car for 30
Still
minutes or
weird to
whatever.
me. I
Yeah.
don't like dogs in hotels neither.
And we found an Airbnb that's dog friendly
That's
for that reason.
and they just you get that wet dog smell in hotels. You know what I mean? They
That
should
doesn't.
sep. I mean, you don't think about. I'm letting you know what I smell, so it's
Mhm.
not for you to think about. I'm letting you know I smell it. They should have different wings, different floors at least, because I mean,
I mean, if you check into a hotel, then check, is it dog friendly? Then don't go there.
nah, no, but it doesn't matter. People gonna take them anyways.
Then report
You
them.
know what I mean? Nah, I ain't gonna
Well,
report them.
then
I ain't going that far. I'm just letting you know what I don't like. You know what I mean? But that I get. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. Dogs are dogs. Dogs are animals. I just find it kind of weird. Not like with Chris. I get it. I'm just talking about the ones that pushing them in a stroll. I don't know. Leave it, motherfucker. You at Home Depot. Leave the damn dog and crack the window or leave it at home. That's all I think
I
about.
know I wouldn't leave my dog in the car with the window cracked.
So I don't know. But
And I'm not that big. They're not my babies, right?
yeah.
But if we're on the way to the vet or something and we had to stop somewhere, I wouldn't leave the dog with the window cracked. I
Just
just I just wouldn't do that.
I mean, just stop when you don't got the dog.
Or that, right?
You
Or
know what I
make a
mean?
plan like when we took the dog to get checked out and we stopped at Best Buy on the way back and Tony stayed in the car.
Yeah, you
Right?
know what I
Maybe he
mean.
wanted to get out, but
I don't know. I
we
just
were
think
not gonna leave the dog in there by himself.
nothing against dogs. I'm just talking about certain situations. Don't call me a dog hater. I just in a restaurant walking. I mean, just I don't know. Dogs for me just don't belong where food is
Yeah.
at. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just me. But anyways, what we was talking about San Francisco. Let's go back before. I'm gonna get all the trolls, dog hating and
No, I
whatever.
think to be honest, you turn to a grumpy old man. Kind of
Nah,
sorta, yeah.
you just turn into a liberal ass fucking soft snowflake.
Me
That's
a
what it is.
snowflake? How am I a snowflake? I just
But
don't complain about everything. Like I said, if I see a dog in Walmart, I'm not gonna bat two eyes about it.
I mean, I've
It
always
doesn't
been
bother
that
me.
way,
It
even when
doesn't
I was a
bother me.
grumpy young man. I don't know. I don't know. Just like
That wouldn't make me a snowflake. I
people,
don't.
weird,
I don't
people
think I'm a
weird.
snowfake at all.
Well, it don't make me a grumpy old man because I
Just
don't want a
saying
fucking
everything.
dog in my
Everything
restaurant.
you're like. There's always something.
Exactly, because there's always stupid ass people doing stupid shit.
But don't let it bother you. Is what I'm saying. Just don't stress about it.
Well, it's in my area. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
it's in my circumference. So if it's in my circumference,
Yeah.
and I believe that's what this podcast is about, talking.
See,
So
look,
we're gonna
this might be
talk
somebody's hair
yeah,
right
but
there.
we're in the garage. You know what I mean? So but it is what it is. I'm a grumpy old man or it's just stupid ass people out there. Maybe a mix of both.
Maybe a mix of both.
You
I
know what I
think to
mean?
me,
Because I
like
don't
I just
remember back in the days fucking seeing dogs in the restaurants, in the Walmarts and all that shit. You know what I mean? I don't ever remember that being an
I know
issue.
it's more now. Who knows, because we're
It's
more
almost to the
grown
point that
now.
say you're in
We're
a
grown now.
restaurant and somebody starts smoking. You're not gonna want to be in that restaurant smoking. It's not healthy. Somebody be smoking in the freaking Walmart. I know that's kind of different, but it's the same shit as far as some people don't like it. But anyways, back to San Francisco. Because we got Chris. This ain't got nothing to do with Chris. It was something that
It's
was
a rant.
was the other day that I seen that
It
it
was
bothered
a
me
rant.
about we was in that restaurant. The lady
Hmm.
came in with a hot
Yeah, like
sweaty
I said,
ass
restaurant. Yeah.
fucking dog, and it
Hmm.
was nasty. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I was like I said, she went outside. That part was cool, but you should have ordered outside too.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like I said,
mean?
that's the reasonable thing to do
You
in
know,
a
I mean,
restaurant.
dogs got their balls and their dicks and their assholes hanging out. You don't want to see that shit when you're freaking eating. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's true. You know what I mean? I mean, fuck. Well, hell, let me sit down and go to a restaurant with my dick and my balls hanging out. You know what I mean? I mean, is it if they look at it as humans and the babies, the same shit. Now, if they start putting clothes and diapers on them, now that's even more weird.
But they
You
do
know?
that. They do that shit too.
You know what I'm saying?
They do that
I
too.
don't know, man. But
But
anyways,
yeah, San Fran was good. I'd say 3 days was good enough. We did a
okay.
lot, ate, walked, saw the sights,
What's the
relaxed.
best side? I know you said Japan, Chinese, but I mean, what's something exciting? Like, I mean, that doesn't
What do you mean exciting?
like just
See,
restaurant
like
eat,
when me and Sid did go somewhere, we go for
the
food,
culture.
food and atmosphere, right?
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
food and the views. So the food, of course, was 10 out of 10. Like
Yeah,
there was a there's a sourdough factory out there that we went to.
everybody's making sourdough these days.
Yeah,
You seen that?
yeah, I seen that,
That's crazy.
which is good. I don't know if it's good for you or not, but it's
You
good.
like
I
sourdough?
like
My
sourdough,
favorite Jack in the Box, sourdough
but I
Jack.
don't know if it's good for you. But I still eat it.
It's white, right? White bread.
I think
Well,
it's
I guess
really
you make it
heavy,
whatever.
gluten. I don't know,
Okay.
but
Anyways,
sourdough. The pier was nice. You know, you go walk on the pier. Um,
Golden Gate Bridge. That's pretty
Golden
badass, right?
Break Bridge was
That's what I'm
nice.
saying. What?
Yeah, I mean, just to
Cool.
see the sights.
Yeah.
I mean, exciting
Did you go to
to see the
that street
bridge.
where Full House was filmed?
We didn't go there, but we were around that area.
Because a lot of the, I guess not communities, but streets are like that, right?
So there was a lot of hills. We were walking a lot, so we didn't want to hit the hills too much because they were like hills,
Yeah, yeah,
not like
like on the beginning floor where they're
yeah.
steep. Yeah, okay.
And
That's what I'm
then
saying, like the trolley, right?
the winding street. Chris said that it would be. We had a big SUV. He's like, we're not driving through there. So we saw it, but we didn't go to
Might be
it.
too.
It's too. And then he said everybody's doing it, so you can get stuck in traffic. And
So that's a tourist attraction. The
yeah,
one,
yeah,
why it's like
the
super.
most windy street in the world or something like that.
People just sitting there crying and whining all day.
Yeah, whining like
San
that. Yeah,
Francisco,
yeah,
California, I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that either. That's what I'm saying. What's cool, you know what I
So
mean?
what's cool is the pier. Like you go to the pier, they have it's like if you've been to a boardwalk in
Okay,
any city that
I
has a
haven't.
beach, shops and
Okay,
food and kind of little history of the city. I guess. I guess like it was a port in the past. Well, still is a port, but I guess the stuff
so
that used to
there's
come.
water there.
There's water. So
Okay.
there was a area with a bunch of seals that were just laying around and making noise.
And I
And
guess Alcatraz is always
Alcatraz, like it was pretty cool to see. They have the sales where the guys broke out how they did it, and
okay.
you put on the earphones
Well, I
and
think Alcatraz. I think, and I think that's where it was filmed. I may be wrong. Carlitos Way, right?
no,
Where
that's New
they?
York
that's Rikers.
record, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Alcatraz is
I'm on the other side of the
um,
United States.
I think there's a movie called Alcatraz
Yeah, there is.
or The Rock. It's called The Rock or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think they're probably both
Yeah.
older movies. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's cool, like to go out there? I know they eating and all that. Of course, anywhere you go, you're gonna eat. Try to eat the culture around. But
I
Gate
guess the
Bridge would be
bridge, the
cool.
Golden Gate Bridge, the park was nice. Golden Gate Park and Chinatown. They have one of the most famous Chinatowns. And you go there and it's like for
Is
real.
that where they filmed like Rush Hour? Those are the China, or every little city in California has a Chinatown.
I don't think they have. I mean, they have maybe a small one, but I'm not sure if Rush Hour was filmed there or not.
Okay,
I'm not 100% sure,
so
but like I said, they have one of the most famous ones, and it feels really. The buildings are like Chinese buildings and
but you
stuff.
would know, right?
Yeah,
You've been
and
to
then we went to
Japan,
Japantown, and they had a big mall, and it did seem like you were in a
yeah.
mall in Japan. Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Okay, San Francisco. What's above and what's below it? Like if you're looking at a map, Los Angeles, San
I mean,
Diego.
San Diego is 8 hours away. LA is about 4.
So what's it considered? Northern Cali?
Northern California.
Okay.
So then when you go up there, of course it's on the coast, and you got Oakland. Then I guess Oregon up north of Oakland. I mean
Damn,
of
it's that
California.
north.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you always hear about San Francisco. I want to say, is it got a big ass Nike store? Do you know?
No, that's in Oregon. That's Oregon.
I had a guy. I could have
Well, I
sworn
think that's where the headquarters is in
he
Oregon.
was over there. He was an electrician. He showed me a new Nike store. But anyways,
Oh,
that's
I
what I
don't,
was
if they
thinking.
do it, we didn't see it. Yeah.
Okay. I may be wrong, but
Hmm.
that's cool, man. So second time to San Francisco, got to hang out with Chris. That's a bonus right there. So everybody went. Bea,
The only
Nikki,
one who didn't
Tony.
go was Tony because he's saving his days for his next
They
vacation.
said, "Fuck y'all, I'm taking my own shit."
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing
I
wrong with
think in
that.
September he's gonna go to Japan.
Nice.
But since he was hurt, he had to use up all his days off, so he's back to
Was it hurt his hand, right?
yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
he
right.
couldn't work.
Oh, he punched that dude in the face, broke his mouth. That's right. And the kids, they enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, everybody had fun.
That's
I
cool,
mean, it
man.
was like I said, a lot of walking, so everybody was tired at the end of the day, and but it was a nice little trip.
There you go, San Francisco.
Mm.
Something that's going on right now. I know we got to bring up. I seen you did a couple. Man, you're under Rippets a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
Popping up, some new stories, new story. I try to like them all. Uh, I don't understand what y'all looking for, like with the Pokemons and all that.
Yeah,
But I support. It's. I find it pretty cool that you and Bear doing that together. That's pretty cool.
yeah, she likes it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
we
That's cool.
found a good one when we were when in San Francisco. They didn't really want to film it, but like a good car that by itself it's worth like $80, and I send it to get graded, and if it comes back the way it's supposed to, it's probably like a $500 card.
Yeah.
So we had
But I
to.
think you got a problem, man. You're addicted, man.
It's not
Nah, I'm
addiction.
just messing
It's
with you.
I when I get paid, I buy a couple packs,
Okay.
right? I don't go all the time, and
I guess the way you post them is like, damn, this motherfucker buying
what?
10 packs a
No,
day.
I have like six or like I have like 10 videos that I've already recorded,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess,
so I'll just post them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for when I see him, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker bought 10 more.
Oh
Fuck.
hell no,
Since he
no,
ain't on his ass about breaking the bank with that
no.
shit. That's what it looks like. You know
It
what I
does
mean?
look like that, but like right now, I have like 6 videos that are
Yeah.
waiting to get
Maybe
posted.
like a weekend
Yeah, yeah.
difference. I got
So
you.
like I'll buy 3 packs or something, and I'll open them separately. So
Yeah.
that's three videos
But
right
for me,
there.
I'm like, damn, this fool got another some 10 more
And
packs
then
or
one
12
that I
more
had,
packs.
I've had one for like 6 months or so that I haven't opened. I'd opened it yesterday, and so it just looks like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot going on in DFW, man. World Cup.
World
You
Cup,
into it?
they pulled me in, but I always watch international soccer.
Okay.
World Cup, Olympics. I've always watched that.
Okay.
I don't know since maybe the Navy did it to me or something or what, but I've always watched World Cup. I like it.
I got into the World Cup in the I guess 10 years ago, something like that. Work with a lot of Mexicans. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Construction. They like soccer and kind of got me into it because I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's called a quiniela where everybody just pick it, randomly
Maybe so. I don't.
out of a
I think
bot.
I've heard. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
you
something like
just
that.
pick a
Yeah,
team. It's not like you get to hand pick your
yeah.
team.
Hmm.
hundred
You
bucks
follow
and
them.
see who goes. So
Yeah.
that bet money always get you into it. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know me, I'm going from Mexico. Yeah, right.
Right.
Second,
Well,
second.
I always go for
I'm just
USA.
kidding. I just fuck with
Right.
it. It's not even about
I
USA.
always go for USA.
But I love fucking USA jerseys. I wouldn't mind getting
I
one.
got
I just
one,
talk the red one or the blue one.
the red one.
They're clean, man. I like their
They're
jerseys.
not. They're okay
I like them.
compared to the other ones. They're okay.
It's funny you say that, and I'm gonna take it back a little bit because I remember uh, the World Baseball Classic. You're like, the USA's are kind of plain. And then I got to looking at everybody else's. I was like, what the hell? Everybody USA's is more designed than everybody else's. But I like the soccer jerseys are pretty cool. I haven't seen Mexico. They pretty much are they different or pretty much every year? The
They have
green,
the
yeah.
green, but it's a little bit different style. Then they came out with the black one. The black one's nice.
Black is always good. I always
I
like
got
black.
Cynthia the green one for her birthday when they first came out. Um, through Adidas and the shoes to match and the sweater.
Oh, nice,
And then as maybe a couple months ago, I ordered. Bea likes Messi, so I got her Argentina one,
nice.
but the good one, like with the patches and everything.
Yeah.
And I got a USA one, but I just got the basic one without a number. But they're okay. I like 'em. But yeah, my team is USA first, and then Mexico second. And I have a Mexico jersey because we go to Gold Cup games sometimes when they're in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I had the Mexico jersey. I wore that one, but it's been a good World Cup already. I mean,
Yeah.
with the games, USA people were doubting them, but I was been watching a documentary on them, right? And it was a from Qatar to now 4 year kind of span of
hmm
documentary. And in my head, I'm like, man, they look kind of good, right?
I watched. If I'm scrolling across, I watch. You know what I mean? I'm not said, oh, USA is playing at 9. I gotta watch them.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
like that. But I just happened to turn it on the other day when they was coming in from halftime or whatever you call it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's called halftime or whatever, but they were coming to the second half and they were up 3-0.
Yeah,
And my barber, he's big in soccer. Yesterday he was like, nah, USA made a statement. They're looking
they
strong.
did. Yeah.
So that's cool.
So it's pretty neat. And you know the what's good about what what I've been seeing lately is have you seen the TikToks of the foreigners going around USA and stuff?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty funny. They're discovering Bucky's, they're discovering like especially the ones in Texas. Walmart, and how big the portions are. There was one family that went to Whataburger and they're like, okay, we're at Whataburger, blah blah. Look how massive this burger is.
And
And
we over here talking about,
yeah,
man, these motherfucking birds got smaller.
and then they said, look at this cup. This is a medium cup. And they go buy the drinks. It's like, and it's free. They couldn't concept free
That's
refills.
funny.
They're like, free
One
refills.
thing I can't admit about soccer is the World Cup means the world.
Yeah,
World Series in baseball, the only other country is Canada.
Canada.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Now, if they say, oh, well, the people are all over the world, not really. You got Latin America and America.
but they're representing the
Yeah,
city or the
yeah.
state that
But
that
this is
this.
actually, can actually be World Cup because
Yeah,
you have the World Series,
and I think if that's what brings a lot of people into it,
Yeah,
like
that's pretty
you, like
cool.
yourself,
Yeah, yeah,
that
it's
really
pretty
doesn't
cool.
watch soccer. I think USA winning Saturday or whenever Friday or whenever it was brought a lot of people into it.
Yeah,
I think they, like I said, they didn't know USA was looking that good this year,
yeah, yeah.
and now that it's here, they're into it, which I think is pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
you got people that may not keep up with sports or that certain sport, but if it's USA
Yeah,
representing, they're gonna watch. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
They're gonna support. And then once,
Especially if they look good.
yeah, and then the World Cup's over, then they probably don't watch soccer again. But while it's on, they're gonna support. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like I said, they reeled me in. I got the ball, but this is a fake ball. I
Oh,
got a
just need.
counterfeit FIFA World Cup ball
Hey
from Harry
man,
Hines, and but the jerseys I got them legit. Um,
how much a legit jersey, soccer jersey cost?
Mine was 100 because it's
That's not
basic.
bad.
Um,
Oh, well, basic.
as a regular, just regular jerseys, Bayas and Cintas were a little bit more, 120 just
No,
because
that's
of the
still not
patches,
bad.
you
My
know.
algorithm right now is on that whole everything pops up on that Carmelo Anthony case.
Okay.
So, but we ain't gonna get into that. We want to stay friendly today. You know what I mean? But that's crazy case though. You know about it a little bit. We ain't gonna get
I
that.
didn't research
It's
it,
going on.
but all I know is if you kill somebody, you get tried and you go to jail, right? Regardless
Yeah.
of whoever was in the jury, both sides get to pick your jury. That's it. And I think whether the circumstances are, if we get an argument and I stab you and I kill you, I'm just saying, like,
Dang.
I'm a
It
murderer.
went through your mind
No, it
already.
did
Or
it.
what?
I'm
Yeah,
just
it did. That's why you had to take a couple weeks off. You must
I
damn
I
right.
I'm a murderer,
Yeah.
right?
You know.
And let the defense and the whoever decide and plead your case, and
You
that's
know,
it.
people probably think I'm be like, man, fry his ass, fry. Man, it's sad, man, on both sides. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I look at it like, man, he was Stevie's age right now when he did it, and he's
Now he's
Nene's age right now, taking off, going to prison. You know what I mean?
35
So,
years or whatever it
you
is.
know, I agree with you 100%. You know what I mean? And me and Mara were talking about it like, do you give, I guess we're going to talk about it a little bit, but not politic way,
Right.
just our opinions.
Hmm.
And you know, we're like, do you give a well, he was 17, he's 19 now, life? Like, man, like, that's a long time. And even me, everybody, you know, like you know, it's fine. You know, I don't tell you, I always say I'm a grown man too, and just fucking around. But it's like, I got a heart too, and it's like, man, that's a long time for a kid. But at the same time, if you're their family, you're like, that's not even enough time life, you know what I mean? So it's hard, and I think it was a fair sentence, 35 years, you know. I mean,
I mean, you're right. He's gonna be 40 or whatever, close to 50 when he gets out, and the other kid never gets to live
yeah,
his life.
and that's why I said,
So I get that part of it, but at the same time, he is a teenager and he did something very
oh,
stupid.
absolutely, made a big mistake.
And maybe by the time he gets out, he might be rehabilitated or whatever. I'm not. I don't know how the sentences work or whatever. I guess it depends on the level of murder
Mm.
that you got charged
He
with.
got a light sentence.
But maybe being that he was younger, that was part of the judge's decision. I don't know. But all I gotta say is, you kill somebody, then you
Yeah,
get tried,
absolutely,
and it's
absolutely,
your fault that you leave it in the jury's hand,
absolutely, absolutely.
right? And who cares about the politics of it? Who cares
Yeah,
about anything else? He killed somebody,
yeah, absolutely.
and he came to the school or
Track
the
me
track meet with
a
something
knife. Yeah,
to kill somebody
yeah,
with.
absolutely.
So
I'm surprised the way you're looking at it, man.
why is that?
I think you're gonna be all free Camelo, no
No,
black people. The world's fucked up.
no. I mean, I'm
None of
not.
this shit.
I don't look at it political wise. I look at it as
Yeah. first of all, the sentence, I think he's not a gangbanger. No, he wasn't out just robbing and spinning the block, how the young YN say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He made a mistake. You know what I mean? So as far as rehabilitation, I mean, I don't see any that really needs to be. I think he made a mistake. I think he realizes, damn, I should have walked away. I think his sentence, just seeing his background and how he is, I mean, who knows? I don't think he's a murderer. I mean, classified as a murder, but I don't think he's like
That's
what
his
you know
MO
what I mean?
type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whereas you got motherfuckers like, hell yeah, I killed that. You know what I mean? So I think but if I'm on the Metcalf, if I'm his twin brother, I'm his mom and dad, I'm like, man, fuck this guy.
You're
Sit,
right.
you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's
So,
we're looking at it from the outside.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah.
outside.
Both point of views. Yeah, and there's a couple things like there was a lot of stuff about there was no black jurors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, y'all are on black people are on TV, on YouTube, on TikTok, getting interviews and saying they don't care if he was right or wrong, they're gonna find him innocent.
And
So how
yeah,
do you expect? You know what I mean?
but in that sense too, both sides pick a jury.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, for sure. So,
So,
but first of all, going to that, yeah, you're right, absolutely right. Their lawyer has to agree on it.
hmm
Both sides have to agree on the jurors, but we got to try to keep it unbiased as possible. Even though there's now no black jurors, could there be bias? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But if you're straight up saying, I don't care if he's right or wrong, we're gonna ride for our people. He's innocent. You can't put him on the
if you're
jury.
being that,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
It makes and unfortunately, whether it be Mexicans, just like with the whole ICE thing, they're gonna take up for their people no matter what, right or wrong. In this instance, and I'm not racist, but I'm saying black people, so don't think I'm racist, but that's what we're dealing with right now with the ICE thing. It's Hispanics, obviously Mexicans,
hmm
but it's like just like Mexicans, like get rid of ICE, get rid. Well, you're saying that because you're illegal. So in this instance, you're saying that because you just want to be on to free a black person. You know what I mean?
hmm
And you can't be on the jury. We got to have a fair jury. And they say, well, how can you have one without white people? Well, how can you have one without black people? You
hmm
know what I mean? But at least if it was a Mexican, then maybe no Mexicans on the jury. You know what I mean? It wasn't all white
Well, the,
people.
the the rule here's where it gets misconstrued for some people, and I get this part. The law says jury of your peers, right? And some people say, well, those are my peers, right? A white person could say, if it's all black jury, those are my peers.
Yeah.
A old person that killed somebody can say,
No, but
it's
young
all
people.
young people,
Yeah.
those are not my peers. So that's where it gets misconstrued, is where they're not my peers, which you
Let's
have a
Google what
point.
is exactly a peer,
You
unless
have
you
a
know the
point,
definition.
not the true
Okay,
definition.
I'm gonna look it up because
But
that makes sense what you're saying.
that's where it gets misconstrued. But I think, unless I'm wrong on this too, that both lawyers get to pick part to
No, you
jury.
are right about that. They are because they could say, "I
Yeah.
don't want that one. I don't
So
want."
why didn't his lawyer choose half black people?
Okay, the definition of peer, because I get what you're saying, and the law is saying a jury of humans, adult humans, is what they mean as peer.
Hmm
But your peer might be, hey, my peers are my age, people that I
Your
connect with.
age or from where
So
you're
here's a legal
from.
definition. In a legal context, a peer is an equal. The most commonly refers to a standard impartial adult. That's pretty much what I said, an adult human,
hmm
but an impartial adult citizen from the same geographic area or judicial district. So basically, in the eyes of the law, it's just anybody over 18 from the same type, same community. So it would be your county, Ellis
Yeah,
County,
because
Dallas.
that's where
So
they choose to
yeah,
pull from. Yeah.
but like you said, people it's misconstrued. That's a very good point. Is people say, well, this old white man ain't my peer. But no, I mean, if you're looking at it as everybody's a human being,
Over the 18, over
he's
18
your peer.
from the neighborhood
You
that,
know.
or the county
Yeah.
that you're
So
from.
that's a good point. It doesn't say somebody of your ethnicity,
Yeah.
somebody of your
That's
cousin.
where it gets
Yeah,
misconstrued.
you got to make it impartial, but it could even be biased because you might have some white people in there that might think we got to free this black kid, poor black kid, or
Yeah.
poor Mexican kid. You know what I mean? So just because they're white doesn't mean
Yeah, I don't think because they're white matters. I don't think because they're black would have mattered. I
yeah,
don't, because at the end of the day, you have people that do care about the law, and they're gonna call them out on it in that room,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
And they're gonna say no. Or same thing with white people. Some might have been like, let him go. Like
Yeah,
he's a teenager. He just made a mistake. Let's lower the thing. But somebody must call them out and say, no, this is what he did.
yep.
Here's the facts of the case. And that's my TikTok, YouTube, all that is entertainment. And I do my best not to search those
And I'm
things.
trying to get it off my algorithm because it's pissing me
I
off.
do my best not to search those things. Like right now, all I see is is Europeans and Bucky's
Europeans.
and Walmart and there it was funny real quick. One dude, he's on, I don't have Twitter, but they follow him on TikTok. Is I forget where he's from, but he's getting famous. He's going to all these places, and he became what's that? Ellie, those guys that like the girl who sings from Texas. I could tell by the way, or whatever.
Huh?
There's a country singer that she's getting real big. She has that song
I
on
can
Tik.
tell
Yeah.
by the
Well, there's a name for
way.
guys who like her, right?
Oh, I didn't know
And he
that.
was driving through South or whatever, and he heard the song, and he said he became an Ellie fan, whatever the guys' names are. And
Yeah.
she responded. She's like,
Oh,
"Oh
damn.
yeah." So he's been real famous on Twitter and stuff, going through all over the places. And there was some family in Atlanta they're at the World Cup in Atlanta, and they discovered Waffle House, and they're like, Waffle House, 10 out of 10. And then what's funny is I forgot, there was somebody here in Dallas. I forgot where they went, and the comments were funny. They're like, there's one of the comments was like, "Oh, you should try Harry Hines. Harry Hines is a nice
I
place
saw
to
something
go.
like Harry Hines and
Pleasant
something else.
Grove."
I forgot where else. Yeah, I saw
He's like,
that.
hit up Pleasant Grove or Deep Ellum from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Yeah, but check out those TikToks. Maybe that'll help your
Yeah,
algorithm.
but it's a lot of things going on here, man. Let's stick with the positive. World Cups in town.
Today's the
It's
first
cool.
day in Arlington.
Oh, really?
First game in Arlington
Okay,
today.
so traffic on that way is gonna suck.
I think traffic everywhere is gonna suck, to
Yeah,
be honest. Because it's funny because people they were saying that Europeans or people from other countries they're coming to Dallas, but they don't know the stadiums in Arlington. Well, how'd I get there? There's no like in other countries. There's a train that goes straight
yeah,
to there. There's a public system that goes straight to there. They don't know how big. Same thing happened when the Super Bowl was here.
yeah,
How big North Texas is. It's
yeah,
not just Dallas, and you go to airport and you could take a train to the stadium,
yeah.
like other
But not
countries.
only that, but they're used to driving on the other side.
That
So what
too.
they gonna do? They're gonna be fucked up. Not only they gonna be lost, they're gonna be wrong way drivers, all
Yeah.
kinds of shit, man. So, well, everybody, welcome to Texas. Welcome to Dallas. Like he said, you might think, oh, we're in Dallas, we're gonna get a hotel over here. Then next thing you know, it's fucking hour drive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So hopefully they familiarize. Welcome to it. One of the staples is tienda choris. So if you're looking for some and you're in the
Yeah.
hood. Go tienda choris, man. Harry Hines is a great tourist attraction. Take your wife, take your family. Go to Paris.
Paris,
Got the Eiffel Tower.
get some barbecue, get some Bucky's,
Yeah.
get some go to check out what Texas has.
Yeah. But anyways, welcome to town, man. Get you some fajitas, get you some tacos, get you some drinks. This ain't California. We're not the show. You're not gonna see.
Yeah.
We're talking about that too. California Mexicans and
Yeah.
Texas Mexicans. Culture, the way we grow is it's the South. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The things are different in the South. We're not like the West. We're not like these Southern hospitality. So get you some tacos, get you some chicken fried steak or something like that. Get you some sweet tea.
Sweet tea, yep.
You know
Get
what I
some
mean?
barbecue, beef ribs, see how big the beef ribs are
Oh
over
yeah,
here and
they big.
just do the Texas kind of thing.
Yeah, so a lot of things going on in the world, man. Some good, some bad, but there's a lot of good things going on. I passed by that painting. I don't know if you've seen that painting on the side of that old jail that
Yeah.
they closed
Yeah.
down. Man, I saw the lady. It was one lady doing it every day, man.
Yeah.
Every day she was on the lift doing that shit by hand. Like, man, that's pretty cool that she
Mm-hmm.
she did that. But it's funny we got to see how like when the Olympics were in California, how they kind of try to clean up the state
Yeah.
because they're coming. Man, that jail been there for 50 years, and all of a sudden now there's a whole soccer mural
Yeah.
on it, and
Yeah.
probably after that they leave, it'll be T-Mobile. You know what
Something.
I mean?
We'll
So
see what it turns.
other than that, man, a lot of things going on. Get ready for another week. So other than that, what you got?
That's it too. Same old, same old. I might do some yard work today, and
Oh
since the
man.
rain stopped, and just do the normal thing. So
And shout out your team on the comments. Like, comment. Shout out what team you going for, man.
yeah, who you going for?
Viva
USA
USA.
for me is USA first, and they look good, and see how they do.
Yeah. USA, Mexico. Mexico my second,
And
man.
then Ronaldo, my favorite player, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. A
Yeah,
lot of stars in there.
yeah.
So, hey, FIFA Soccer World Cup, San Antonio, you big chokers. If you got any family from San Antonio, hey, there you
Hey,
go.
you can't
You
deny it.
had
They
your chance.
choked.
So,
Yeah.
other than that, salute.
All
Everybody have
right.
a good
Peace
week.
out. Have a good week.